Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katina and I am the creator of Live Life Learn. Thank you so much for joining me again. It is a new week, it is a new topic, and y'all, it is very cloudy outside. I am in St. Louis, it's gloomy, it's cloudy, the sun ain't here today. And that's unfortunate because I love sunshine and I love warm weather. But moving right along here, I'm going to go ahead and get started on the new topic. I hope you guys are doing well today. So let me go ahead and grab my notes. Hold on just a second. Okay, so this week's topic is going to be about 5 things I gave up and reduced to get out of debt, all right? Out of credit card debt specifically for now. And what I've gained. So again, it's things I gave up and reduced to get out of debt and what I've gained. So when you're on some sort of journey, it doesn't matter if it's debt journey, weight loss journey, get right journey, whatever it is, it requires sacrifice. Okay. So you're going to have to make some sacrifices in your habits in order to achieve the goals that you want to achieve. Now, what's so funny, and I'm going to try not to make this video 50 minutes like my last one, but what's so interesting about me and this particular topic is that I tried this method about 3 years ago, and I just didn't know what the hell I was doing. When I was working in the makeup industry a lot, I attempted to pay off my credit cards, but I didn't have a plan in place. I didn't have any of that in place like I do right now. I didn't have no kind of concept of what I was doing. I just knew that about 3 years ago or so, I wanted to just pay off my credit card debts with no plan of action, right? So it's funny because I thought about that as I was preparing myself to make this video. I was thinking about, damn, I kind of sort of did this 3 years ago, but I really didn't have a plan of action. I didn't call it a debt-free journey. It was more so I wanted to pay off my credit cards, but I didn't have a plan, y'all. I wasn't committed to it at all. I just didn't. So as a result of that, not having a commitment to what I was going to do, I fell off. I paid off some of the credit cards, but I ran it right back up again. I didn't give up anything. Okay. I didn't give up anything when I tried this about 3 years ago. I made no sacrifices. I gave up absolutely nothing. I just paid off some credit cards, but used them again. So there was no sacrifice. There was no focus on giving up anything to get where I needed to be. So I'm in a different place, as I stated in my other videos, in my mindset. I'm in a different space and also time, and I know what I want right now. Okay, so the ultimate goal for me is, if you don't know, besides getting out of debt, it is opening my own nail salon. That is a big deal for me. It's to have my own luxury nail salon and spa. I did not go to school for nothing. I did not pay this money to get licensed as a nail technician for nothing. So that is one of my ultimate goals. So I had to give up some things. I had to give some things up, right, in order to get to this point. And so let me go over those things that I had reduced, gave up, and gained. Okay, so we're going to start. Got some notes. Y'all know I'm a note girl. I didn't want to forget nothing. And I want to start with what I reduced. Okay, so I'm going to try to speed it along here because I actually have to go to work. It's early, and I just decided to jump on this here camera phone before I started work today. So number one, what I reduced. I reduced my Amazon shopping and online shopping. This right here was completely out of control. I was so out of control with Amazon deliveries. Like, I had Amazon deliveries between them, UPS and FedEx. I was getting deliveries to my house, like, it seemed like every week, and sometimes 2 to 3 times a week. I was constantly ordering stuff. Like, I was ordering a lot of nail products, stuff that I could use so that I could do nails, like acrylics and all that stuff, nail art, all that jazz, tools, stuff like that. So I was ordering a lot of that stuff, and boy, y'all, was it coming. Like, it was like Christmas, like like all year. So that went on for about 2 years, my constant ordering of Amazon and just ordering in general. The deliveries were coming. The post office was delivering. I actually was feeling a little bad because every time I go to the mailbox, my son would be like, "Mom, is that for me?" And I'm like, "No, it's for me." What you talking about? That's my stuff. And so he'll say, "Well, when am I going to get something?" Eventually. And my husband will say, "My babe sure does love to order products." So I had to really kind of nip that in the bud, y'all. I actually reduced my online and Amazon shopping because it was out of control. It had gotten so bad, and I was not keeping up with how much I was spending. I was just spending. So that's one thing that I reduced. And I put that in the reduction column because I knew that I was not going to like stop doing it. I knew that I was being realistic with myself. I didn't want to lie to myself and say, "Okay, Katina, well, we're going to give up Amazon and we're going to give up online shopping." That would have been a lie. Okay, so I have made a lot of strides and inroads into reducing my online ordering, and I actually reduced it quite a bit. It feels a little funny not getting the package every week or twice a week, but when I started my debt-free journey in June of this year, I really pulled back on shopping online. So that was one of the things that I reduced, and so far so good. The other thing that I reduced was dining out slash eating out. So I eating out is it's all right. I mean, it's okay. I guess because I've done it so damn much that it does nothing for me. I get more excited about cooking than eating out because I can duplicate restaurant shit in my kitchen thanks to Pinterest. So I utilize Pinterest. I started using Pinterest quite a bit to give me that restaurant dupe, if you will, at home. So reducing my dining out and eating out experience has really helped me a lot. It has helped me to put in, I guess, in place control mechanisms, if you will. And because I really can care less about eating out, I mean, it's helped me a lot to reduce that area. Again, I haven't stopped eating out. That would be a lie. I do go out to eat occasionally with my son and husband. They actually eat out a little bit more than I do, to be quite honest with you, because I'm a leftover queen. I love leftovers, so I can make shit happen with leftovers. It is not a problem for me. Okay, give me some chicken and give me some something, some soup. You know, I can make dreams come true with leftovers. So they get tired of leftovers. I do not. I can make meals upon meals out of leftovers, and I'm cool with that. I'm content with that. And also, my second side hustle, y'all, my allergies are a mess today. Excuse me. This ain't tea. This is all coffee. I love coffee. But my second side hustle at the cafe bakery, we get employee meals. And so therefore, I end up bringing my food home. Whether I'm closing or opening, I end up bringing like most of my food home, and I'm actually able to portion that out for 2 days. And so that has really helped me reduce my eating out as well. It's because I am able to like separate my food and make it last for 2 days, and that helps a whole lot. So the eating out and dining out has been reduced tremendously, and my son and husband are trying their best to do the same thing. All right. So let me see here. The third thing that I have reduced in order to be credit card free or credit debt free in my credit cards is social media and internet surfing for department store sales. This has been such a huge issue for me. Prior to me making this decision to be on a debt free journey, I lived, all right, y'all, I lived at fashionnova.com. I lived at sephora.com. I was always on there. It was so bad. Like, you know, it's a damn shame when you get up and you just go on, look at your email and see what kind of sales emails you got. And so I had decided that in order for me to be successful on this journey of debt freedom and get rid of my credit cards, that I also had to limit my usage of social media and online internet surfing. I had to really put a dent in that because it was just getting really out of control. Like I was finding myself constantly like looking at what the hell was on sale. And as a result of that, I found myself just constantly buying things. And so I knew that I had to make some changes in what I was looking at online. I had to ignore my email inbox, okay? I had to really ignore that and just look at my inbox for what it was worth and just try to find and look for important emails that I was looking for and needed to receive. So I just really worked. It's a day-to-day process for me, okay? It's a day-to-day. And so I just really worked really hard and focused on reducing the amount of energy that I give to social media and also internet surfing. And that's just good for your overall mental anyway, okay? It is really good for your overall mental to not immerse yourself in the internet, online, and social media so much. So that has helped me a lot in reducing, these just wasting time, right? It was just a time waster and just eating up all my little money. So I reduced that quite a bit. It doesn't now. What is this? This is October. So now that a few months have passed since I started my journey, I've been doing really well. I'm so excited. I have done so well in terms of not doing a lot of internet surfing or social media surfing for what was on sale. So I'm proud of myself. I'm getting so much better in that area. And so last thing that I reduced in order to get out of credit card debt was pre-made fruit cups. Y'all like, what? Pre-made fruit cups? Girl, what they got to do with anything? A whole lot. So I love fruit. I really do. Now, what I was doing in this area is that I was going grocery shopping and buying these fruit cups that was already pre-made. They had the mixed fruit in it, like the cantaloupe, watermelon, all that stuff. So I was buying those pre-made fruit cups and wasting so much money. I was paying for convenience, right? I was paying for convenience. And I found myself like spending too much damn money on a fruit cup. And I wouldn't have just one fruit cup. I would have like 3 to 4 fruit cups. And so when you add all those up together, that was like almost $15. And that didn't make any sense. So I just told myself that I've got to stop this fruit, like reduce, not stop, but reduce my fruit cup buying. And so what I did was I just started like buying just like a whole watermelon during watermelon season. My husband's really good about picking up a lot of fruit because he knows that I love it a lot. And I actually eat fruit every single day. And so he would just make sure that fruit was in the house constantly. And I got these little fruit cups that are disposable. So I would cut up my fruit in the morning like they would have at the grocery store. I would cut them up because presentation is everything. That's what I hear. And I would put them in the fruit cup. And that way, it prevented me from going, when we go grocery shopping, picking up all these different types of fruit cups. So the key word is reduce here. I haven't stopped buying fruit cups. I just reduced it. And the reason why I haven't stopped buying them is because like right now it's fall and watermelon season has ended. And so I love watermelon and I eat it throughout the year. So that is the one thing, you guys, that I find myself purchasing in fruit cup form right now is pretty much watermelon. Everything else I buy whole. So I'll buy pineapple whole, a big cantaloupe, of course, like, strawberries and berries and things like that. And so I just make my own fruit cups at home and I absolutely love it. And that has saved me so much money. So those are the things that I've reduced, okay, in order to get out of debt, out of credit card debt. So let's talk about the things that I gave up. This is the juicy stuff. Okay, things I gave up. All right, so I had to think about this one because I really wanted to be clear on the things that I really focused on giving up that was causing me so much financial harm. So the one thing, let me talk about number one, and this is in no particular order, but I do want to put this at the top of my list. The first thing that I had to give up was a negative mindset. This is so important. And the reason why I put this at the top of the list is because it was the start of my debt free journey. So once I gave up my negative mindset, I was then able to see clearly what I want my journey to look like and what I wanted my end goal to be and what I wanted to learn on this journey. So I used to have, honestly, through full transparency, I would have a negative mindset. And the reason I feel like what caused me to have one is that I'm very impulsive. I'm really impulsive. Sometimes that can be good or bad for me, but I'm as an Aries is. Okay, I'm fire. I do things spontaneously. I am very impulsive by nature. And I'm also, on top of that, I'm curious. Now, you put those three things together, and sometimes it just spells disaster for me with my behavior. And so I had to develop a positive mindset. I had to let go of my negative mindset, and my negative mindset would be like this. Okay, so my negative mindset would be like, what would it be? I can't stop shopping. I can't stop buying makeup. Like, I love makeup so much that although I got 10 red lipsticks, I have to have another one. I have to have an 11th red lipstick. Although all these damn shades pretty much look the same, okay? But I had a belief system at one point in time that I couldn't do it. Like, I believe that I was unable to stop shopping. I didn't think that I could, stop buying things. So that was a negative mindset, right? And so I had to fix that. I had to work on my mindset and my thinking, right? I had to sit down when I started this journey. I had to really sit down and kick out, first of all, acknowledge that I had a negative mindset, because that was something I had not done in the past. I haven't acknowledged my negative mindset. Once I acknowledged my negative mindset and where those negative thoughts lied, or where they were at, where they seemed to live, I started to change the way I think. And I told myself that in order for me to be successful, all right, in order for me to be successful, I must work on my mind. I have to work on my thinking. It is not easy, okay? It is not easy whatsoever. Changing your mindset is quite the challenge. I didn't just wake up and change my mindset. No, this is actually a work in progress. And I'm still working on changing my mindset. But I must admit that I have given up a lot of my negative mindset thinking. I have really kicked a lot of that thinking out. And sometimes it likes to creep back in, but I counteract that by thinking about my goals. I counteract that by thinking about how good it would feel to be out of credit card debt, how good it's going to feel to not have a damn balance on any of these 13, 14, or 15 credit cards I got, or whatever the case may be, and how good it's going to feel to be able to open my nail salon, right? So that's what I think about. That helps me counteract any negative thoughts that try to make its way back into my space. And I just simply try to stay as positive as possible and have a positive mindset. So remember that your mindset is everything. If you don't have a positive mindset, you're not going to be able to achieve your goals. It's just not going to work. You have to develop, and it takes time. So, I had to learn not to put pressure on myself in this area. I had to take it day by day. And I'm still taking it day by day. I'm still working on my mindset, right? But I have really worked hard on kicking out negative thoughts and putting in positive thoughts. So remember, your mindset is everything. And that's one of the things that I gave up, was a negative mindset. So the other thing that I gave up in this journey was shopping for shoes and handbags and accessories. Now, I gave that shit up, okay? It was killing me financially. I'm like, girl, how many handbags do you need? Like, seriously, like, damn. Like, I found myself, I had so many handbags, y'all, accessories, and shoes that I sold a lot of it to Plato's Closet, which is a resale shop here in St. Louis. And they may be all over the place, but I sold a lot of those things to the resale shop, and they took the bulk of it because most of that shit was brand new. I was like collecting handbags, like I was collecting like good coins or something that was worth something. But I had to give up the shoes, purchasing shoes, handbags, and accessories because even though I gave all of those, I gave up that part of that thing up. I still have a lot of shit like in my closet, stuff I haven't worn yet. Still got tags on it. Just stuff that I totally forgot about. Right, I just completely forgot. So that was a thing that an area I should say that I had to give up in order to be debt free. Accessories, handbags, and shoes. And I just simply had to be content with what I had left after I sold a lot of it. And I am content with that now. So I'm in a space right now where this doesn't bother me anymore. Like it doesn't, I don't have a desire to purchase shoes, handbags, or accessories right now. I really don't. And so I'm hoping it stays that way. It's okay to buy it sometimes, but I'm just not interested in that right now. I'm interested in getting my ass out of debt. So the other thing that I decided to give up or area to work on or gave up is high-end skincare. Oh my God. Yeah, listen. When I was working fully in makeup, I was all up in high-end skincare. I live for high-end skincare. And when I say high-end skincare, I'm talking skincare that was price point starting at like $40 and up. I was up in it. So I was all the way up into the hundreds when it came to just a moisturizer or eye cream. And I had to give that up. Like, I'm like, I don't need to have a eye cream that's $100. I didn't need to have moisturizers and serums that cost that much. It was just so stupid. Now that I'm on this journey and I think about it, I wasted a lot of money, y'all, on skincare. I love my skin. I think the best skincare regimen for anybody is drinking a whole lot of water and eating as healthy as best as you can. That's number one. Those two things you get going, you good. Your skin is going to be fabulous. So I gave up high-end skincare because I wasted a lot of money. And honestly, it really wasn't doing nothing for my skin. It was all in the mind, right? It was all in the mind and all in the optics. So I gave up high-end skincare and I started to focus on skincare that was affordable, easily accessible, meaning that I didn't have to go to the mall to pick it up, or I didn't have to necessarily go online on Nordstrom's and order it. I just wanted to be able to walk my ass into Target and pick up some skincare that was extremely affordable. And I have been successful in finding affordable skincare that works really well for my skin. And when I say affordable, I mean skincare under $10 that works extremely well for my skin and it does what it needs to do. So high-end skincare is another area that I gave up in order to be debt free. Another area that I gave up is luxury fragrances. Oh my God, y'all. Like, I got a lot of fragrances. I don't just buy any fragrance. I buy luxury fragrances. I love to smell good, period. I do. I just love fragrances. They make me feel good. They make me feel sexy. They make me feel calm. They make me feel strong. They just make me feel some type of way. So I love a good luxury fragrance. And when I tell y'all, my fragrance collection is in the thousands of dollars if I add all of them up. It really truly is. I drop money on fragrances, luxury fragrances. I was going to say skincare, that too. But I dropped quite a bit of money on high-end luxury fragrances. I got very involved in fragrances when I worked at Mac and Nordstrom's and in the cosmetics department. And I just love the luxury fragrances. They were completely different. I had a different experience with them. The longevity of them was amazing. And I just was inundated, right, with buying these damn luxury fragrances. So I spent quite a bit of money on them. And as I began my journey, I realized that I had to just stop. Like, I had to literally stop and pause on fragrances because first, I have so many. I actually have too many. And I have duplicates of some of them. Okay, that's how crazy it was for me that I guess I felt like they wasn't gonna make no more. So I bought two of them. And when I say luxury, I was spending like from $75 for a 1 ounce bottle of fragrance, and that's a lot for a 1 ounce, up to over $200. Okay, so I have a lot of luxury fragrances, and again, it's the value of those fragrances, the cost spent, okay, was in the thousands of dollars on those fragrances. So I decided that, this is one area that I can cut out as I pursue my debt free journey is luxury fragrances. Those had to go bye bye. All right. So the other thing that I um, gave up, on this debt free journey is this is a big one, y'all. This is major. This is a major key. This is a major, major thing that I had to give up. Makeup. Yes, I said it. Makeup. I had to give up makeup. And let me just tell y'all, giving up makeup was the hardest thing on this journey. Now, I got a lot of damn makeup. I have so much. I've collected a lot over the years. Don't need no more at all. Got most of my makeup. I have a lot of new makeup still in boxes, still in this packaging. I just bought this shit and didn't have a home for it. Didn't know where to put it. So I decided that the big sacrifice for me and the big thing that will actually, what I want to say, kind of like open up this pathway for me was if I gave up makeup. So I made a commitment in June when I started my journey that I was not going to buy any more makeup for the rest of the year. Now, if you watch my little short videos, I did a couple of short videos a couple of days ago, and I had a relapse when I went to Ulta. I went to Ulta to buy some lip balm, and I needed an eye serum, all right? And the eye serum was just only $7, okay? But it's an amazing product, works really well. So that was what I was going to Ulta for a couple of days ago. But I found myself buying makeup. Yes, I did, okay? I bought some makeup like I ain't got none. Now, although I spent in total around $50, okay, at Ulta, I felt like once I paid for it, it was not in my house for 24 hours. I ended up taking it back. Because I didn't need it. I didn't go to Ulta for makeup. I went to Ulta for just two items, essential items that I really truly needed to have. And so I made a decision that I was going to take those items back because I just didn't need them, right? And I needed to make myself whole. I wanted to get back in line with my thoughts and actions, right? And so my thoughts and actions had separated from each other that day. And I said, oh my gosh, I've got to get this. I got to make this right. I got to return these products because I don't need them. And this wasn't what I had intended on buying it. I was here for a purpose. And I got derailed. My impulsiveness stepped in. She stepped right on in and said, hey, look over here and look over there. Okay. And I did that. Okay, and my curiosity, she was on board too. Both of them were tag teaming me. Okay, so I felt overwhelmed. All right, I did. I felt overwhelmed at Ulta, and so I found myself buying shit I didn't need. But I did take it back the following day, and I felt so much better because I'm like, you really don't need that. And besides, you're not staying consistent. You're not staying consistent with your word. You have to be consistent. And so I feel like I'm back on track. So I'm going to keep this makeup in the category of what I gave up because I truly gave it up. I took it back. I gave it up, and it won't be revisited again this year, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and stay on track with that. But giving up makeup, I'm so passionate about beauty and makeup. I love beauty. It's a part of who I am. Beauty just means so much to me. Inward beauty and outward beauty, both. They mean both of them mean a lot to me. I think for me, I feel so good when I do my makeup. All right. I feel beautiful. either way, but I feel a little extra beautiful when I do my makeup. Uh, and so I I love makeup for that reason. I love how it makes me feel. I love how it makes me look. And I just have so much more confidence when I do my makeup. So that's something that I love. It's a part of who I am. Beauty is who I am, inside and out. So makeup, y'all, was a big, huge deal for me to let go. Oh my God. But I'm so glad I did because I realized how strong I am, right? Because this was a weakness for me. It truly was. Ask my husband, he'll tell you. You ask my son too. They say more makeup, mom. And so this was a big ordeal for me to literally sacrifice and give up makeup buying for the greater good, right? So those are the things that I did give up. I want to make sure I didn't leave anything out, and I didn't. So I gave those things up. Again, it was shoes, handbags, and accessories, high-end skincare, luxury fragrances, a negative mindset, number one, and makeup purchasing. Okay, those were all of my things that I gave up in order to be credit card debt free. Now, lastly, I'm going to talk about what I've gained because there were some gains, you guys. There were some things that I've gained through this process, and I want to be open and transparent with you guys on what I have gained, right? So, number one of the things that I've gained was confidence, okay? Excuse me. These allergies are something else. I can't stand it. But I've gained confidence. I'm excited about it because I didn't realize the strength that I had until I started to sacrifice things. I didn't realize how strong I was until I started sacrificing things that I love, things that I enjoy. Uh, I didn't realize it, the amount of confidence that I had instilled in me. I didn't tap into that until I gave things up. And I think that is so amazing. Life is so amazing in that way, is that you find your strength through sacrifice. You find strength in your weaknesses, okay? You find strength in areas that you did not know you had, that existed, that you was unaware of. And so I found confidence and trust. That's a big deal for me. I trust myself now. I trust myself to make the right decisions. I trust myself to say no to myself. And I'm going to be all right when I say no to myself. I trust that I'm going to be just fine if I don't buy something. I'm going to be all right, that life goes on. And I trust that the world's not going to fall apart if I don't make an online purchase. And that means so much to me. Having this confidence that I have, that is still a work in progress, means so much to me. To be confident in my abilities to trust myself is a huge ordeal. And I'm so excited that I could finally say I have confidence. I discovered confidence. I discovered trust within myself through confidence. So that is a thing that I guess a habit or something that I was able to gain, was a trait. There you go. Confidence and trust with me. Lastly, what I've gained. Let me put this pad down. Hold on. Let me tell y'all what I gained too. Two things. We talked about confidence and trust. The last thing that I gained was some weight. Yes, I've gained weight. I said it. Yes, I've gained weight. You guys, prior to me going on this debt-free journey, I was 20 pounds less than what I am now. I worked out like crazy. I would work out for about 45 minutes to an hour prior to my journey. I was eating really well, drinking a ton of water, very active and moving just fine. I had lost about 27 pounds. Once I started, or slightly before, because I was really stressed out this year, okay? Honestly, I was stressed out last year. I just recognized it this year. But when I started to recognize my stress, and of just many things. But the debt was a big factor in my stress. You know, having all this credit card debt was such a huge factor. I when I decided, and I'm trying to explain this properly, when I decided to start my debt-free journey and I was ready to go in June, like when I made up my mind that I wanted to be free from this credit card debt bullshit because it was stressing me the hell out and taking all of my money, I didn't realize that I was shifting the stress of the debt to eating. So when I start my journey and I was moving in June and things were going and I started my second job and then I had another little job that I picked up that I moonlight on. When I started that, I noticed that I was eating more and not and moving less, right? So I was eating more. My exercise routine fell off because again, I was doing it like Monday through Friday, sometimes Monday through Saturday, consistently for months. And I saw a difference in my weight and I felt great and amazing. But at that time, I was shopping like crazy too, as well, right? I was shopping like really bad. And once I came to the conclusion that I wanted to be debt free, I transferred that energy, that stressful energy, into stress eating. So I started stress eating, which caused me to pick up weight. And so right now I've gained about maybe 20 pounds. I feel like maybe 15, 20 pounds. I sure as hell feel like it. Okay. And so my husband always tells me that he loves me no matter what. And he always try to make me feel good, and my son does too. And they'll say, "Well, Mom, you look amazing. You look so beautiful. Um, you don't look like you gain weight." And they say that to me all the time, but I know that I have, and it is impacting my mental right now and my knees. Okay, my knees always tell on me when I gain weight. So I have gained weight during this process, as well as confidence and trust. And so working at the cafe bakery is not helping me either. Oh my God, I have to close the bakery. I work in the bakery area. So therefore, I have access to all this sweet shit and it be calling my name. All right. So this is something that I have to work on. I have to work on this area because I'm now stress eating. And again, it's a result of me transferring the stress of debt to now eating, because I'm making a lot of progress with my debt reduction. I'm doing so well, thank God. I'm doing very, very well. And it's getting a little harder, but I'm doing well. And I know that I'm going to make it to the top of the mountain. I do know that much. It's closer. But I'm going to have to work on and that, at the same time, like you can do two things at one time, sometimes three. I'm going to be working on eating because I don't like how I feel. I don't like the heaviness. I don't like what I've been eating. And so it's having an impact on me mentally, you guys. And it's a challenge when you cannot get into your clothes as you did earlier in the year, last year. And I found myself having to buy a couple of sizes up in my jeans. I'm not going to give away my clothes. I'm going to work on losing weight so that I can get back into them again. And again, it's a mindset thing. I talked about that earlier. It is a mindset thing. And so I have to work on that. And I have not worked fully on that. I've acknowledged it, okay, which is great. I've acknowledged it. But I haven't begun the work. And I know that I can because I've done it before. I just have to do two things at one time, two challenging things at one time. That is to continue to work my way out of credit card debt and debt overall, and then refocus my attention on eating healthy and reducing my weight so that I can feel better, both mentally and physically. But it's amazing how you can transfer stress from one area of your life to the next, and that's what I've done. Right now currently. And so I am working towards trying to figure out how I can get on a path of a healthy eating lifestyle again. It's like starting from the beginning. I talked about that. starting from the beginning. It's nothing wrong with starting from the beginning. Okay, you've learned a lot from sometimes from starting over. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. I'm happy that I was able to talk to you guys this morning about the things that I gave up, the things that I've reduced, and the things that I've gained in order to be debt free. Um, I acknowledge all of those things. I'm so grateful for the progress I've made. And I thank God for giving me the strength and the confidence to keep moving. This could be a lonely journey. This journey is lonely. That's why I make these videos. I make them for me and for those who need to hear this. I watch my own videos to encourage myself. I don't have an accountability partner. I just don't. I wish I did. I wish I did. I just don't have one. And so I have to be my own accountability partner. And I feel like the only way that I can do this successfully is by making these videos and looking at myself again, rewatching these videos and listening to myself and holding myself accountable to what I tell those that are subscribed to my channel or those who happen to just simply pass by my videos and haven't subscribed yet. I feel like I have a sense of accountability to the audience that's watching me, those few that are paying attention to what I have to say when they tune in. And so you guys, those who watch me, are my accountability partners. I am my own accountability partner. So that's why I make these videos, to help myself and to help others who are interested in getting on a debt-free journey, starting from the beginning and don't know quite how to do it, and you're stumbling along the way. But I'm determined to succeed. I'm determined to be debt free, and I'm determined to have my own nail salon, which means so much to me as a black girl. It really does mean a lot to me to be a black woman and own a nail salon, especially where I live in the Midwest. So again, thank you guys so much for joining me again today. I appreciate you so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And please leave a comment. If you guys are on a debt-free journey, what did you give up? What did you reduce? Did you gain anything? I would love to know. I would love to read any comments that you might have. If you have any suggestions for me, I would love to hear it. So again, thank y'all so much. And I hope you all have an amazing day. Bye-bye.